Hey guys, welcome back to 366 Days of Hope. My name is Pearl and I'm here to share our next object lesson, which is the beauty of staying in your lane. Have you ever had to drive a vehicle that was way bigger than your comfort zone was? Well, I definitely have. I've driven, a 10-foot truck, and now I can say I've driven a 16-foot truck. And I was very intimidated when I first got into the truck because I wasn't used to it. I didn't really understand how the mirrors work because they're not like your regular mirrors where you just have that one big side mirror where you can see like how far, people like other cars are in reference to your vehicle. But there's two. There's one that goes really far back and there's one that's a super up close so you could see the person directly, as if they're directly behind you, but they're not. And so I was really intimidated. But what really saved me on this drive was paying attention to the lane. And I realized the lanes are my saving grace. The lanes are what helped keep me safe. I really hate driving next to big trucks, and then when I was a big truck, I guess you could say, driving next to semi trucks, and even though my truck was big, it was not as big as semi trucks, but still I felt intimidated driving next to them, and especially when I was on a 2-lane highway, and there was like the divider is so close to the meridian, and I felt so scared that I was going to get into a car accident, and those kind of things came to mind. But then I had to think, look at the lane, and the lane will help you. It is what helps protect you, it helps guide you, it is what keeps you in control of where your car is. And I thought of that as a good object lesson of just our life. You hear people say, oh, staying in your lane and not, interfering in other people's business. I've heard people say that. But I think more so it's kind of a practical idea of, staying in your lane also helps protect you. And maybe it could be social, it could be spiritual, it could be literal, just like the example that I just shared. And so I, thought of that as an object lesson for me, is that sometimes staying in your lane is to help keep you safe. It is something that, are visual boundaries for us. And some of us don't have really good boundaries. And I thought, wow, what a practical lesson, about having boundaries too. It's like having boundaries is healthy. It's what protects us. When we have principles, those principles actually help navigate our comfort zone and navigates us to a safe place and a safe environment. So I think it's just really important to have these boundaries, and I just thought about that lane and I thought, wow, how much I needed those lanes so that I wouldn't get into an accident, because I couldn't imagine like how people drive without lanes and don't have guidance. And you think about life, like how do you navigate life without guidance? You don't have principles or laws in which you kind of establish for yourself to live by. I just feel like that would be really difficult, because then anything goes, and that would be really hard. Lanes are no different than our social construct, our spiritual construct, and our emotional construct, even psychological construct. All those things help us when we have healthy boundaries, healthy guides, healthy principles that we live by. All of those things help us navigate this life a little bit better. With that said, guys, may you live, thrive, and be healthy. Take care.